Something tells me tonight is the night. Something tells me the lights will be extra bright. Something tells me the room will be filled with perfume and my heart will be filled with romance. Something tells me that this is the place. Something tells me that this is the very place. Something tells me the wine will be fine when we dine and the music divine when we dance. Strange as it seems, stars appear to be showering down. And as in all of my dreams, we're on top of this shimmering town. With your windswept face and your upswept hair and your favorite downswept gown. Something tells me you wanted me here. I'm so glad that you wanted me near, that I've lost all control. I'm in love with the whole human race. For tonight is the night, and this must be the place. Something tells me tonight is the night. Something tells me we'll take a fantastic flight. Out of time, out of space, close together we'll race to a place full of heavenly bliss. Something tells me the moment is due to recapture the rapture that once we knew. But it can't happen here, for it's clear that you're merely thin air when we're sharing a kiss. Spin with me now, spin away from the clamoring crowd. Come and begin with me now, this adventure that fate has allowed. We'll be high above, in the sky above, on your favorite star-crossed cloud. Something tells me the hour is at hand to escape to a happier land. I so long for your touch, and I want it so much I could die. Here's my life in your hands. Let's get ready to fly. If I gave you fields of clover, beds of flowers pink and blue, crowns of laurel, walls of ivy, would you let me walk with you? If I gave you prides of lions, teams of horses 2 by 2, and a school of flying fishes, would you let me dance with you? A casket of jade, a cluster of pearls, a shower of stars for your curls. But I have no prides of lions, and my pearls, alas, are few. But for worlds of loving heartbeats, would you let me stay with you? If I gave you rings of diamonds, silver buckles for your shoe, gowns of velvet, fans of ivory, would you let me walk with you? If I gave you strands of coral, rays of sunlight, drops of dew, clouds of perfume, fleets of gondolas, would you let me dance with you? A chalice of wine, a palace of mist, a bracelet of moons for your wrist. But I have no rings of diamonds, one of glass will have to do. But for worlds of loving heartbeats, will you let me stay with you? The leaves will float on the breeze will float on the seas forever and a day. The moon will glow in the skies will glow in your eyes forever and a day. Fall will always be spring to me when you tenderly cling to me, and you'll see the love we'll give through the years will grow and live through the years forever and a day. I've tried and I've tried remembering, but I can't recall a thing that happened before you walked through my door. But now little things I've always done have become so much more fun. They seem to be new, for I can share them with you. Time will go serenely on and on, as hand in hand we go from dawn to dawn. The leaves will float on the breeze will float on the seas forever and a day. The moon will glow in the skies will glow in your eyes forever and a day. Fall will always be spring to me when you tenderly cling to me, and you'll see the love we give through the years will grow and live through the years forever and a day. Forever and a simple, no angel choirs, but we have stereo and merry open fires. Caruso sings there, Salome swings there in my home sweet heaven. My house is modest, it's by Bernini, and I've the feeling that the ceiling's by Cellini. Old Tetrazzini bellows Puccini in my home sweet heaven. We all sit round King Arthur's table, Freud and Cain and Abel, Barnum and Bailey, Oscar Wilde and me. And it's such fun when Julius Caesar, Proust and Saint Teresa drop in for a cup of tea. Disraeli's witty and Homer's hearty, and Joan of Arc's the type who sparks the dullest party. We crack a bottle with Aristotle in my home sweet heaven. The King of Prussia, I call him Freddie, is living by mistake with Mary Baker Eddy. And Amy Semple has built a temple in my home sweet heaven. There's Dr. Crippen, he's very chummy with Lizzie Borden and her daddy and her mummy. They split a kipper with Jack the Ripper in my home sweet heaven. After I've lunched with Keats and Shelley, Brahms and Botticelli, Martin Luther asks me out to dine, and it would really bowl you over watching Casanova try to flirt with Gertrude Stein. She's a gas, it's a gas, it's a gas. Delilah's dreary, but Samson's handsome, and with his good looks, Robin Hood looks fit for ransom. Jane Austen giggles, Houdini wriggles. Then it's seventh heaven, 11th heaven. I miss the love, the laughter rippling and the tippling, and Emily Bronte doing the twist with Kipling. Oh, I'm homesick for my home, sweet heaven. There's Mussolini draped in a sari, mad as a hatter, like a fatter Matahari. He's even ruder than Mary Tudor in my home, sweet heaven. King Charles is spaniel, a golden cocker, jumps up and knocks poor Whistler's mother off a rocker. The Cromwell's crummy, we play gin rummy in my home, sweet heaven. Thomas à Becket loves absurd games, blind man's buff and word games. Boswell plays Bezique for hours on end. At Horace Walpole's weekly whist drive, Handel, Bach and Liszt drive everybody round the bend. Lady Godiva is going steady with old King Ethelred, who's hardly ever ready. They share a chalet with Walter Raleigh and his good Queen Bessie. It's rather messy. I miss the thrill of seeing Milton on a bender with Bonnie Prince Charlie and that old pretender. Oh, I'm homesick for my home, sweet one to heaven. It's a gas, it's a gas, it's a gas. Oh, I'm homesick for my home, sweet heaven. So you just happened to describe my gallant, loyal little company, collectively and individually, as garbage.
Yes, sweetheart.
You also just happened to announce to them, collectively and individually, that they were unable to get the show off the ground because they had lead in their asses.
Yes, sweetheart.
You also just happened to order 50,000 unnecessary props for the Taormina Ballet, which was completely altered, and several miles of expensive rope for a dance for Grover, which was doomed from the outset and cut immediately.
Yes, sweetheart.
I sincerely hope that God may forgive you, Joe, for I never shall.
Garbage, sweetheart.
We do not fear the verdict of posterity.
Our lives have been too humdrum and mundane. In the twilight of our days,
Having reached the final phase in all sincerity,
we must explain. We're a dear old couple and we hate one another, and we've hated one another for a long, long time. From the day that we were wed up to the present, our lives, we must confess, have been progressively more unpleasant. We're just sweet old darlings who despise one another with a thoroughness approaching the sublime. But through all our years, we've been affectionately known as the Bronxville Darby and Joan.
our golden wedding passed with all our family, an orgy of remembrance and rue.
In acknowledgement of this, we exchanged a loving kiss.
A trifle clammily, because we knew we're a dear old couple who detest one another. We've detested one another since our bridal night, which was boring, unattractive, and convulsive, and proved beyond dispute that we were mutually repulsive.
We're just sweet old darlings who torment one another with the utmost maliciousness and spite. And through all these months, we've taught the company to know we're the Bronxville Darby and Joe. We're the Bronxville Darby and Joe. Age again, hey?
Yes, it does keep cropping up, doesn't it?
What would you do if I suddenly kissed you here on the public deck?
Complain to the purser.
Are you laughing at me?
Maybe just a little, because you are a so naughty boy. The clouds are following the moon. The dawn will be breaking soon. The stars are fading one by one.
The night
Is nearly done.
stand against the sky,
Watching the little clouds pass by.
watching the shadows grow,
Watching the shadows grow
on the sleeping world below. This is a night for lovers, a night to be set apart, forever in somebody's heart.
This is a moment forever and above.
This is a night for love. When dawn is lighting up the sky, the air will be shrill with birds. The magic of love will gently die. Along
with its foolish
the
words.
mountains stand against the sky.
watching the little clouds pass by.
Watching the shadows grow, watching the shadows grow on the sleeping world below. This is a night for lovers, set between yesterday's fears and tomorrow's most probable tears.
This is a moment forever and ever.
This is a night for lovers.